I started the clip and then I have to sneeze. Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. I don't know, it's like a thing every time I want to film. There's either too much sun or there's no sun. So it's like blue and dark, but I will fix it in editing. Hello and welcome to my December wrap up. Last December of 2021. Last month of 2021, wrapping up all the books I read. And like I said I was gonna chill more in this month, and I definitely did. Like the last month I read 38 books, that was a sentence, and this month I only read 20, but like it's still a lot. I completed my reading challenge with flying colors, so yeah, I will talk more about that in my like goals video, etc., which probably will be the next video after this if I'm not incorrect. So we will go through all the books I read for a month, and this isn't not that many. This would take maybe forever. That's always nice. So for the books I read for God of Info season, I will as per usual just show you them, and I will talk about them in my God of Info season wrap up. So for that I read, I don't know the order of these anymore, but yeah, Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson, Son of Neptune by ReDawn, and Desperate Measures by Katie Robert, and then I read Iceland Barbarians by Ruby Dixon. That I read on my Kindle, and all those will be in my God of Info season wrap up, which probably will up in the end of February. Yay, that's a violent tale. So for the other books I read, we have Under the Whispering Door by T.G. Klune. So this one was the FAES and Gaze pick for actually November, but I had to read in December because I didn't get to it in November because I read so many other books. And the live show has already been. I will leave a link down below if you're interested to hear the thoughts of our hosts and members and stuff. And yeah, this one basically follows, I don't even remember the main character's name. Was it Wallace? Yes. And he dies, and then he like comes back as a ghost, and he goes to this like tea shop where like he's there to like find solace or like accept his death, etc. And he meets other people there that like helps him and like really make an impact on him, and they start caring for each other, and there's like other conflicts in like afterlife world. So quickly said, I did enjoy some parts of it. I could see the message the author wanted to give. I did like how it was written, and I did enjoy the characters, but I do feel like our main character didn't give what I wanted to get out of a story like this. I didn't get why it was main character. I feel like someone else could have been the main character. Also think like the end counter the message of the whole book, and we talk more about this as I said in the live show. But overall, like I didn't hate it and I didn't love it. It was like a 3-star read. It was more like 3.5 before the live, and then after live I was like, that was a 3-star read. So like I think some parts of it was beautiful and interesting, but I think everything just needed like something different to make it what I think the author wanted to write. But I think it could work for someone else because I heard a lot of people love this, but for me it didn't have what it wanted to do to make it like a 5-star read or something for me, if you get what I mean. Then I read Sunstone Volume 4 by Stepan Sejic, and this one is the, you know, 4th volume in this graphic novel series, which is a sapphic BDSM graphic novel following the two girls that met online, and they're like calling each other best friends but having sex. And well, yeah, it's just their relationship growing, and then other characters as well in their life. Other people, I guess. But yeah, I like, this was my favorite volume. I think like I liked the story more in the beginning. Now it's just like, let's have drama to just make something happen. But I do think the art is beautiful, and I do want to see like the story to its end. I just think like I felt like totally okay about this, and I give it like 3 stars. Not that I usually say ratings for like graphic novels and stuff, but it was just like an okay volume. It wasn't like amazing or anything, but like the story is okay enough. I do like the characters a lot though, and you know, it has some sexy scenes, so it's like kind of like, yeah. Then I read Sunreach by Brandon Sanderson and Janice C. Patterson, and this one I listened to audiobook. And this is the first of the Skyward novellas. This is set after the second book in the series, and you can like get them on Kindle or you can get them on Audible, I think. So this one follows FM of like the Skyward crew, and we just follow like them at the home planet while Spencer's away and doing her shit, like after the second book. And it's just really interesting. We found out more secrets and more reveals in like this little short novella, and it was very, very exciting to see them like experiment. I tried to say this word in my favorite story, I couldn't say it then either. Experiment, you get what I mean. Different like options for them, etc. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't read the book at all, but like it was really interesting, and I really liked like what came out of it, kind of, if that's what you can say. It was really good. I think it gave it like 4.5 out of 5 stars. And like, I'm really impressed at how like a novella can be so fun and so like interesting. I then read Given Volume 6 by Natsuki Kisu and continuing this series. This is the newest volume. I don't actually know when like the 7th volume will come out in English. There's like no release date. But basically it follows this band and everyone is gay and everyone loves each other. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, but like it's really sad as well. But yeah, I think it's really beautiful. I think also this wasn't my like favorite volume. I keep like saying that, but because I feel like all the volumes I read was like, like I still love the story and I still love the characters, etc. But it, like, I didn't just love this volume alone, because like we followed like 2 other new characters like randomly, and I'm like, who are you guys? Do you even know who you are? It was really random. But yeah, everyone is gay and it's nice. And just wish lately like we went away from the focus on 2 main characters that we had in the beginning, and we like been focusing on others. Was like in the first really enjoyment, now we get many like randoms, and I just kind of just want to go back to focus on our mains again. But yeah, it had like beautiful and fun parts as well, and I'm still enjoying the series. And that's it. Then I read Jade Legacy by Finally. Came in the mail, started that same day, and what to say, this finishes off the Greenwood Saga, which is one of my favorite books of all time. It basically is set on this island called Kekon, where they produce Jade, and it's the only place in the world where they produce Jade, and there's only like the people on the island who has like a certain kind of blood can use the Jade without going addicted, and as well they get magical abilities out of it. And we follow like one clan specifically that controls half of the island, and then another clan controls like the other half, but they are like their enemies. These 2 clans are like in conflict over the control of Jade and the control of the island, and then we like see it like affect like how the international landscape wants the Jade, and like how they like interact with the clan and how they interact with each other. And basically follow this family, you know, who is the Nopi clan, and you care about them so much. They are everything. I love them with all my heart and soul, and I would die for all of them. And I was scared that this book wouldn't, you know, live up to what you want in the conclusion of a series, especially when you care so much about it. But it was everything. I adored it. I want to cry just thinking about it. I'm going to reread this next year because I feel like I need it again in my life, over and over again. And I'm just looking at it, and it brings me so much joy just knowing this story, even though like it has sad parts, but like all books does. It's just like so worth it. I've never read like anything that made me feel so much, I feel like. Well, I have, but you know what I mean. And I'm like so impressed, like how did Finally make this story? I don't know. It's like so good. It's so good. So not 5 out of 5 stars, that's wrong. Like 1 billion out of 5 stars is what I should say. It was everything. Everything. But yeah, I could brave about this for ages, but instead I'm gonna move on, so the video is not that long. Yay! Then I read the Bands of Mourning. This I think I read for Sprintathon, which I also did in December. It was a little readathon hosted by Pris, which like were focused on sprints, but you of course you didn't have to participate for it. So I think I read this for like a book I was excited for, which like makes sense. This is the final book in the Mistborn series that is out. The next one is actually coming next year and has a release date now. That's very exciting. We follow Wax and Wayne 300 years after the events of the first trilogy, and they like solve murders and like help people, and they're like noblemen, and yeah, what else to say? I don't know. I have enjoyed this a lot. I think I enjoyed it much more than I thought I would initially, just because like I adore the first trilogy with all my heart, and this is more like western steampunky kind of vibe, while I'm like, my heart belongs in like a high fantasy world where everyone suffers. This is suffering though, but in a different way. Yeah, recommend picking it up. I don't know what to say. I like totally lost my train of thought now. I am excited to read the final book in the series, which is why I like kind of read it now, because I kind of knew it was coming soon, because I've been putting it off for like years. But now I've read it, and yeah, 5 out of 5 stars. But like a different 5 out of 5 stars than the Jade Legacy. Like different vibes. And then when Sprintathon was still going, I read this, but it doesn't count for Sprintathon. I don't know what I was doing. But yeah, it's Land of the Lustrous Volume 3 by Haruko Ichikawa. So this one continues the story, and we're still in like the part where the anime was running. So I kind of know what happened, but it's kind of weird also because I don't actually remember the anime at all, because it's so many years ago since I watched it. So even reading it, I'm like shocked what's happening, even though I shouldn't be, because you know, I've seen it before, but it's many years ago now. But yeah, this was so good. Like this one I think is the strongest volume yet. I think it had so many fun parts, and I kind of forgotten how it starts out and how many things actually happens. It's like really fun. So yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but they basically just live on this place, we don't know where it is, and we're like people made out of like crystals, etc., and minerals, more crystals. And then there are like these lunarians that come and try to take them, to like make stuff out of them, and like they break apart and repaired, and like this is like a whole weird thing. Like we don't actually know why and how they got there, but we're just rolling with the vibe of this story, which is like beautiful and weird. But I'm really enjoying myself. I kind of forgot how much I actually enjoyed the story. And now I kind of want to rewatch like the anime just like to see it visualized again, because like they animated it really interesting there. But yeah, really fun volume. Yay! That was Winterthon. I read The Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson, which was to read a book I was intimidated by. Definitely, you know, because of the length. And I read almost the whole book on sprints, except like I had started a bit before we started, and then like I had 40 pages left when the sprints ended. That was fun. But I read it, finished it after the sprints ended. And this one is the fourth book, if you didn't know, in the Sunreach Archive series. And I don't know how to explain the series ever, but basically there's a war because the king was assassinated. And then like these knights from the old ages comes back, which has different abilities, and it doesn't describe the story at all, but this is the vibe we are rolling with, full of many different characters. We have of course our mains, and here we see, you know, them doing and developing the other books. Like I can't talk about this. This is like I would spoil it. Like it's impossible to talk about. But general thoughts is that I think this is so far my least favorite in a series. I feel like it had different vibes than the others. I feel like we were just going around, and I was like, is stuff gonna happen? But like they did, of course, stuff happen, and like we had like now new things that's gonna happen for the next book. I'm not saying nothing happened, but like I feel like everything took longer. And we just like went around doing nothing much longer than in this than the others. I don't know really how to describe that feeling. It's just a feeling I got when I was reading it. But of course I enjoyed it immensely. Brandon Sanderson writes, you know, massive, immense worlds, and like I love the characters and I adored it. Like 5 out of 5 stars. But like I could also see myself comparing this to like how I felt when I read the others, which I read all, oh my god, in 2021. So like it's not kind of recently since I read them. But like yeah, I did enjoy myself, but I also feel like the weakest one so far for me. But I might feel different upon a reread, because I am planning. I was like, I know we're gonna reread them, they're so thick. I am planning to reread them eventually, and I think then I will audiobook all of them, because, you know, Kate Redding, Michael Kramer, what else can I want in my life? Because then I think maybe I will get the story in a different way, and I think maybe I will enjoy it even more. Like I'm loving it now, but it's like it's books that takes a while to read. So I think it would be nice to listen to audiobook. Yes, I will decide to reread them eventually. Maybe like in 2020. Is it 3 or 2024? The 5th book comes out. I think I would do it in anticipation of that. Why? I don't know. I'm just like this. Okay, so next book. I had to finish up Sprintathon, and then at that time it was like a bit late, and I was too tired to read something else. So it was just to read a book under, I think it was under 300 pages, which fits really well for manga. So I did it to finish Sprintathon, and it was Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 7, and also it was time to read a manga anyway for my like rotation of how I read anyway. But yeah, and this one follows, I forget his name every time. Every time I'm gonna say it, I'm like, what's it called? I can't remember because the name is not on the back this time. But basically, our main character finds out that like curses and stuff are a lie, which is basically like kind of demon creature thingies. And then he becomes a student at Jujutsu Sorcerer High School. Why did I call it high school? It's Jujutsu High. And I go there to learn like how to fight curses, and we have battles and different cases, hunting down these curses. So it's a great time. I really love the anime. It was so good, and I'm still like in the end of the anime. So I think 1 or 2 more volumes, probably just 1, I will have caught up. And I have many volumes now because I bought many. But yeah, I'm enjoying myself a lot, and I'm excited to like find more of what happens after the anime. But like also still enjoying, of course, just reading it anyway. Then I read ReDawn by Brandon Sanderson and Nancy Patterson. So this is the 2nd Skyward novella, and now I need to read the 3rd book and then like a 3rd Skyward novella. Is that out? I don't know, I haven't kept up. This one followed Monique, which is another character in the world. Kinda spoiler to say who she is, actually. If you haven't read like any of the books, it's kind of a spoiler. We learn about different things. I don't like literally trying to think like, what did I know in the first book? Nothing. If I say like more, I will spoil people. I can't do that. But like generally, more reveals, more character work, really, really a good time. Also, the ending blew my mind. Like I was listening at work while like cleaning the tables and like the toilets and shit. And then the ending came and I was like almost crying because it was so like, I did not expect that. I think it will have a lot of impact. I don't know if we will get to know it in book 3, but also like the third novella. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it right now. 5 out of 5 stars to this one because it was even better than Sunreach, and I didn't think that would be possible, but like ReDawn, amazing. Like the characters, their world, their reveals, their like action, everything is good in this. So yeah, it was a really great time. Yay! I'm taking the next 2 together, just because, even though I didn't read them right after one another, but I read Ruin and Wrath by John Grind, which is the 3rd and the 4th book in the Faithful and the Fallen series. So now I completed this whole series because it's only 4 books. I really don't know what this is, how to describe this. It's a fantasy with many, many point of views, and then there's a war, and then a fight. Or they, like, many things leading up to this. And like the thing is that I thought for many years that it was really intimidating because I had the first book for like years, and then it was like really, really big and scary. And then next year I started it, and then I actually completed the whole series because I was trying to like be good and like complete something I started in the year, and like it was all my goals and blah blah blah. And like while I'm happy I finished this because whilst I would put it off for ages, I don't think I loved it like at all. I don't think I like actually particularly liked it either. I think I liked the first book okay. It like had a fun end. And then the second book, I don't remember anything that happened. And I kind of... what happened in the third book? I don't know. But like, I think they all just... I don't know why they were so thick. And I don't know why we had like 50 point of views. It was very confusing. Either I didn't like keep enough tension up because like I didn't care at some point because I didn't like care for the story or the characters or anything. Maybe that's why. But there was like 50 point of views, and I was like, why? Who is this dude? Who is this dude? Who is this dude? Yeah, there were also like kind of too many dudes, but like that can be, you know, subjective, because like I feel like we followed 50 characters or something. Not 50, that's a bit much. 15 characters. And I feel like if you follow a point of view, you expect, you know, to be character development within it. Like, why are we following this character? And I feel like some did, but some were just like, oh, I just walked there. And I'm like, why are we following this random point of view where someone just walked? I don't even know who you are. And at some point I just get a bit tired of it, especially like since I felt like some point of view were really like wasteful. And like I did enjoy like our main character, but he wasn't like even at the point of main character anymore because we like barely followed his story. We like barely saw him, I felt like. And then like, you know, I liked some aspect of the story. But also another point is that we had 4 books, and in every single book there was nothing that was surprising. Nothing like that was like, oh my god, we have like, not like a specific reveal, not like I don't need a character to come out to be like, hey, it's actually like this, like not like that, but like you have 4 books, you expect like something surprising to happen. There needs to be some, not necessarily even twists, but there needs to be something that drives the story forward. We had this main conflict, but there was nothing else driving the story forward, kind of. And how the conflict starts and how it ends is exactly how you think it will go over the course of 4 books. There's nothing that is like, oh no, it was actually like this, or like, oh, this battle is actually a bit surprising. No, it were like literally we have this line and we follow it straight forward. And I was like, that's not the kind of story I love. And I know like some people might enjoy it a lot, but like that kind of conflict is not enough for me to be like, oh my god, this story is amazing. Like for example, just like an example just now, a Skyward series where like it went in a certain way and it uses a bit of time to build up to this like what's actually going on, and then when you get to that point it just explodes more and more and more, and now I had no idea where the story would go. And like this didn't have that at all, and it like kind of felt the whole series flat for me. Like I enjoy like 4% of it. I think I gave all the books 3 out of 5 stars, but like I think I could lower them to 2 if yeah, I'm usually nice with my star rating. So yeah, I think I feel just meh overall with this, but I will still like try the author's next series because I think maybe it would be different. I was just waiting for it to be like, no, it wasn't actually like this all along. And we got like a tiny one of that, but not enough. Not like my fave, which is why I could talk so long about it, to explain why I felt like it. Basically, writing was not for me, plot was not for me, and I liked like 4 characters, I think. Yay! Oh no, five. Then I read Excalibur Curse by Kirsten White. So this one is the final book in the Camelot Rising series. So I got this and I read it at once, almost at once. Be proud, because I finished another series, and this is an Arthurian legend retelling, and we follow Guinevere, who is going to protect Arthur and stuff. And yeah, I overall really enjoyed it. I think like it wasn't perfect by any means, but I think I just had fun with it just because I enjoy like the world and characters so much, because like I enjoy, you know, the Arthurian legends a lot. You know, it wasn't the most amazing thing, oh my god, explosion ever, like, but I had fun with it, and I enjoyed the reveals, and I enjoyed the conflicts, I enjoyed the characters. It was like a kind of thing that I could just chill and have fun and enjoy what was going on. That rhymed. And I really enjoyed how Kirsten White brought out all the female characters, I assume from the legends and stuff, that we don't get that much shine on them as per usual. She was just like, let's bring the females forward and show the world that they are awesome too. And I really enjoyed that part, especially of the story. I ended up like enjoying it, so I think I gave it like 4 out of 5 stars, maybe like 3.5. And yay! No, my book pile is falling. I didn't bother taking it on the chair today. Then I read Beastars Volume 11 by Paru Artigaki, and this one had like... I'm just thinking about this one specific thing that happened. If you read this, you know what I'm talking about. This one specific thing happened, and I'm sitting here like, you okay? Because he's not. But yeah, this follows basically our main character Legoshi, who is like a big grey wolf, and we live in this world where no animals eat each other anymore. And like he's like, you know, scary and intimidating because he's a big wolf, but he's actually a soft boy. And then like a lot of drama ensues because like one is murdered. And yeah, it's really fun. It's really great. I am excited to get to the next volume, because what happened here? I don't know. Okay, so I'm stupid. I just realized it was supposed to only be 2 books left, because there are 20 books, but I hadn't written up the last 2 reads of the year, so it's actually 22 books, which is more than I thought I read. Wow. I love that I just assumed there were 20, and I was like, well, whatever. It's actually 22. Well, then we have 4 more books to go. So the next one I read was Whisper Me a Love Song, Volume 3 by Eiku Takeshima. This one had like a really funny misprint, because in the middle it started over again, and then like I got the whole story to the end, but like it's really thick because of that, because I got the first 66 pages twice. That was a fun time. I was just reading and be like, what's going on right now? But like it's fine, because I still got the whole thing. It's just like really thick compared to the other volumes. It's really funny. But yeah, these follow these 2 girls, and basically they fall in love, and it's like given the lesbian, and they're super cute. It's adorable. They play music, and one of them is baking a bit, and I don't know, it's just like this adorable thing, like really cute. And I'm excited to see where the whole story will go. I think we were just hopeful we would just get a cute ending. It reminds me like given means bloom into you, and then you like put them together, and then you get this. But yeah, having a great time. And then read The Book of Life by Deborah Harkness. The 3rd book in A Discovery of Witches, which is like completes the original trilogy, but then it got like a companion book. And yeah, we followed Diana, who was a witch, and then she finds like this book that everyone wants, and then she meets Matthew, who's a vampire, and they fall in love. So it's basically, I call it sophisticated Twilight meets Outlander, because that's what the vibe I get from this book is. I think like it's trying, like it mentioned Twilight in this. Just saying, it mentioned it. I feel like it was trying not to be Twilight, but then it's kind of Twilight anyway. Like I cannot not compare it to it, because Matthew and Diana are basically Bella and Edward, just a bit older, and like the relationship is just so, I was gonna say toxic and controlling and codependent, and I didn't like it. Like I feel like a lot of like paranormal romances I think I've read is like, if one person like breeds, the other's like, I don't know how to describe it. And I think like a lot of like where like one of the characters in like the relationship is a bit like animal-like, it's like, oh, I need to protect them, you know, it's really like normal. But like sometimes it works for me where I can like ignore it and be like, yeah, they're animal-y, it's fine. But here I just couldn't. It was just too much. It was just like, Diana couldn't function without Matthew. I was like, girl, get your shit together. Sorry, it's not worth the man. And then like, I get like the author's trying to make them romantic. Oh my god, forever, blah, blah, blah. But I was just like, no, this doesn't work for me. It just didn't work for me in this. What did I like? I don't know. I like that I got so many shits and giggles out of it, but like reading it and like, this is so stupid, and I was just laughing. I think the word tried to be interesting, but I was like, I didn't care. And there was so many characters at the point, I have no idea who they were anymore. But like, I guess like since I felt nothing happened in the second book, now like things from the second book actually got meaning here in the third book. So that's like kudos, because I was reading the second book and like nothing is happening. It gives me nothing. But then it went okay. Like, things actually had a point here in this. That's good. But yeah, I ended up giving it 2 out of 5 stars. The ending, everything was just, I couldn't stop laughing. So that's the thing. Oh, we recorded for so long. I thought I would be quick, but I'm so slow. And then I read Elatsoe, which is the book of the month for Facing Gaze for December. And this one I read at work. And I feel like maybe, I always feel like I should reread it because I don't know if I like caught everything. I'm unsure. Whoa! We all knew that was gonna happen anyway. Oh, it's fine. Oh, dang it. Why didn't I just take them in 2 piles? Either way, always the same. Maybe I should reread this. I just read it, but I'm like, did I get the whole story? Did I read it like too fast? I don't know. I think it was a really good time. I really enjoyed my main character Ellie, or Elatsoe, and I really enjoyed like her seeing ghosts. Oh my god, I didn't say what it's about. She can see ghosts. Or like, she has like a really like affirmative with that, I would say. And then her cousin gets murdered and she goes to like stop his killer for murdering more people, I would say. And then like a mystery, like, and supernatural stuff. How to describe a book, I do not know. But basically, it was a good time. Really enjoyed our characters. And I'm really interested to see what the others think for the live show for this. Because like, I have some questions and I need them answered. And hopefully they would know. I enjoyed it. I think it was really sweet and fun. 4 to 5 stars, I think. But that might lower after live, because that always happens. We shall see, we shall see. Okay, so my last read for 2021 was Saga Volume 5, which I also read at work. I was like sneak reading it. And it's so fun to read it now, like that I caught up like where I left off the last time, because I had no idea what's gonna happen. This was shocking. Shocking indeed. I can't talk much about it, but it basically follows the 2 characters that like fell in love, and like their species has been at war for a really long time. So people are trying to get them, and they get a baby. I did really enjoy this one. It had some shocking parts. I'm just like sitting here like, wow, it does not hold back at all, and I really like that. And I'm excited to get the 6th volume. And then there's only a few volumes left. But the series is starting again in 2022. So maybe I will get like a new volume by the end of the year, maybe? We will see. But yeah, I can't talk, you know, spoilers, but yo. So I thought it would be used last time, but then I just talked so long from some books. Why do I always do this? Who knows? But you will see me soon in a new video. I hope you enjoyed my December wrap-up, where I read 22 books and not 20. And I actually didn't calculate my pages before this, because I've been lazy. But you will hear my total pages, etc. in like my goals video, where I wrap up the year more. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. I already said that. Look at this. There's teeth there. Leave a teeth emoji down below if you enjoy this. If you want to let me know you're here, and you will see me soon. Goodbye. Now I need to do the thumbnail with all the books that fell on the floor. Yay!